You think you have a growth mindset. You read the books. You listen to the podcast, even this one. You tell yourself you're always learning. But here's the brutal truth no one is willing to admit, or no one wants to admit. You're still sitting in the same damn cubicle, having the same damn conversations, making the same excuses you've made for 3 years running, or maybe longer in some cases. The problem isn't that you don't believe in growth. The problem is that your version of the growth mindset has become the most sophisticated form of staying stuck that's ever been invented. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to break free from this trap that's keeping you imprisoned in a life that doesn't fit you anymore.
Your Success DNA podcast. Your success is in your DNA.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my fellow success seekers? Welcome to another episode of Your Success DNA, the podcast for my aspiring entrepreneurs and 9-to-5 escapees. Each episode is delivering mindset shifts and habit upgrades and a dose of rebellion, helping you break from the convention and build not just a business, but a life that's aligned with your version of success. And maybe you're not an aspiring entrepreneur or 9-to-5 escapee. Maybe you just want to be better. And if you know of someone whose dreams of ditching the grind, but still makes time for a little self-help, a little development mindset shift, then go ahead and forward this episode to them. For those of you that don't know, I'm Tracy Brinkman, and today we're staging a full-scale rebellion against the watered-down, feel-good version of the growth mindset that's keeping brilliant people like you trapped in careers that are slowly suffocating your soul, okay? Today, I'm going to expose to you the 3 hidden fixed mindset patterns that masquerade as growth thinking, patterns that are so sneaky that high achievers fall for them just about every single time, convincing themselves they're evolving while they're actually cementing themselves deeper into the very systems they claim that they want to escape. Next, I'm going to share a story of how I discovered my own fixed thinking trap, the hard way, unfortunately, of a moment of brutal self-awareness that changed everything about how I approached my escape from corporate life and why this revelation might be the missing piece of your freedom puzzle. And then finally, I'm going to give you a simple but powerful framework for identifying and dismantling the fixed beliefs that are running your life from behind the scenes. Plus, the one question that will instantly reveal whether you're truly growing or just really good at staying comfortable. Now, here's the controversial truth that's going to make some of you a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. We're a little rebellious here, and that's good. Most people who think they have a growth mindset are actually operating from the most rigid fixed mindset of them all. The fixed belief that they're supposed to have a growth mindset. Let that sink in. Let me explain what I mean by this. You've been conditioned to believe that the growth mindset means that you need to be open to learning, open to embracing challenges, and believing that you can improve. And sure, that's a part of it. Don't get me wrong. But here's the thing that nobody's talking about. You can check all those boxes and still be completely trapped by fixed thinking patterns that are so deep and so invisible that you mistake them for the truth. Let me tell you about Sarah. Not her real name, of course, but this is her story, and it's painfully real. Sarah was a marketing director for a Fortune 500 company, smart as hell, MBA from the top school. She had every personal development book up on her shelf. She attended all the leadership seminars and was constantly talking about leveling up. Okay? Now, Sarah would tell anyone who'd listen that she had a growth mindset. She embraced feedback. She took on challenging projects. She was always learning new skills. By every single conventional measure that you and I both know about, she was the poster child for growth thinking.
Your Success DNA podcast. Your success is in your DNA.
But here's what Sarah couldn't see. She had 3 fixed beliefs that were running her entire life. First, she believed that responsible people don't quit stable jobs to chase dreams. Second, she believed that her worth was tied to external validation, titles, salaries, other people's approval, okay? And third, she believed that wanting more than what she had was somehow making her ungrateful or made her selfish. These weren't conscious thoughts. These were the invisible operating systems hiding underneath the surface. And every time Sarah felt the pull towards entrepreneurship, toward building something of her own, these fixed beliefs would kick in with sophisticated arguments like being realistic or being smart. Right? You feel me? You felt that too, right? Yeah, some of you are nodding right now. Sarah spent 5 years growing, he says, with air quotes, herself into a deeper and deeper prison. She got promoted. She increased her salary. She became more skilled at a job that was killing her spirit, all while telling herself She was evolving. The breakthrough came when Sarah finally asked herself one simple but brutal question. If I really have a growth mindset, why the hell am I here? That question right there shattered everything like dropping a fine piece of china on granite. Because the answer was simple. She did not have a growth mindset about the things that mattered most. She had a fixed mindset about her identity, about her self-worth, and about her possibilities, and she had been using the growth mindset as a way to optimize her prison instead of creating a way to escape it. Yeah, here's how to identify and break free of your own hidden systems, your own hidden fixed mindset patterns. Okay, here we go. 4 easy steps. Step 1, let's do an identity audit. Write down how you currently describe yourself professionally. Now, hold on. I don't want you to write down a job title, but how you actually see yourself. Are you a marketing person who wants to start a business, or are you an entrepreneur who happens to work in marketing? The language that you use is going to reveal everything. Fixed thinking locks you into categories. Growth thinking sees identity as fluid. Step number 2, the should detective work. For 1 week, I want you to catch yourself every time you use the word should. I should be grateful for this job. I should wait until I have more experience. I should be more realistic. All right? You're going to should all over yourself. Every should is a fixed belief in disguise. I want you to write them down. These have become your invisible prison bars. Step 3, the comfort zone inventory. I want you to list the last 5 times that you genuinely surprised yourself. Not when you learned a new skill or not when you got better at something that you already do, but when you did something that felt completely outside of your current identity and it surprised you. If you can't think of 5 examples from the past year, you, my friend, are not growing, you're optimizing. Okay, step number 4, the future self conversation. And here's a big one, ladies and gentlemen. Lean in. I want you to stop what you're doing and really pay attention right here. And if you're driving, to focus on the road, but maybe just lean into me a little bit. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, living the life you actually want. Now, ask that future version of yourself, what fixed belief is keeping present me stuck where I am? And then listen to the answer. Don't argue with it. Don't try to rationalize it. Don't debate with it. Just listen. The most dangerous fixed mindset isn't, I can't change. It's, I'm already changing enough. Yeah. All right. So,
Your Success DNA podcast. Your success is in your DNA.
And speaking of breaking free from fixed patterns, if this episode is hitting you where it hurts, in the best possible way, of course, then you need to get on my newsletter list. It's called the Unleashing Your Success DNA. And it's where I send weekly mindset shifts, habit upgrades, and our usual dose of rebellion that you're not going to find anywhere else. All right. I'm going to try and fluff it up for you, right? This isn't your typical self-help fluff. This is for my aspiring entrepreneurs and 9-to-5 escapees who are ready to break from convention and build not just a business, but a life aligned with your version of what you think success is, what it should be for you. Every week, I'm going to challenge your thinking. I'm going to call out your blind spots and give you the tools to actually move the needle forward. Move it into the red or RPMs. You know what I'm talking about, okay? So don't just consume the content. I want you to let it transform you. The link will be down below for you to sign up and get in there and join the rebellion. Okay, all that said, here's why this matters on a much deeper level. We're living through the greatest career revolution, I think, in human history. The old rules, you know the ones I'm talking about, get a degree, find a job, climb the ladder, retire, are crumbling. Actually, I think they've already disintegrated. But most people are still trying to navigate this new world with that old mindset software. Have you tried to run old software on your new computer? It doesn't work. And if it does, it doesn't work well. The fixed mindset isn't about believing that you can't change. It's about believing that the way things are is the way things have to be. It's actually accepting limitations that aren't actually limitations. They're just agreements that you made with the system that was designed to keep you small. You know what I'm talking about? You felt it inside. Maybe you couldn't articulate it, but you felt it in your soul. Something's keeping me down, all right? The man is keeping me down. The growth mindset rebellion isn't about becoming a better employee. It's about becoming the architect of your own life. It's about recognizing that this is how it is actually a choice, and every choice can be unmade. There it is. And maybe you saying, I'm not making a choice. Well, my friend, I tell you, you just made a choice. This is bigger than personal development. This is bigger than self-help. This is bigger than you and me. This is about reclaiming your agency in a world that profits from your compliance. It profits from you not saying anything. Your fixed thinking patterns aren't just limiting your potential, they're funding someone else's dreams while yours are collecting dust. So here's your whiskered wisdom for this episode. The most rebellious thing that you can do in a world that wants you to stay the same is to question everything you think you know about yourself. Don't worry about the Joneses. Don't worry about the boss. Worry about you. Here's your specific action for this week, and I challenge you to take this one on. Choose one area of your life where you've been saying, I'm just not that type of person. And do something small, I don't care, it doesn't have to be a big task, just something small that proves that belief wrong. If you've been saying, I'm not a creative person, write something, anything. Even if it's awful, who cares? Write. Be creative. If you've been saying, I'm not a risk taker, well, then take a small, tiny, calculated risk. If you've been saying, I'm not entrepreneurial, sell something, anything, for $1, for $5, whatever it is. The goal isn't to become someone else. It's to remember that you, my friend, are not fixed in your mindset. You're not done. You're not stuck. You're just operating from old programming that can be rewritten right this very minute. So listen, the world doesn't need another person who's really good at staying comfortable. It needs you. It needs the real you, not some fake version of you, not the version that's been optimized for everyone else's expectations. Your fixed thinking patterns aren't character flaws. They're outdated software. Okay, it's time to reboot. And just like any software, it can be updated, right? Just hit the download and update and reboot everything. The question I'm going to ask you is, are you going to keep running the same program that got you to where you are right now? Or are you finally ready to upgrade? Stop growing yourself into a better damn prison. Start growing yourself into the person who builds with their own keys. All right, think successfully and take action.
Thanks for listening to Your Success DNA podcast. Whether you're starting out or you're a seasoned entrepreneur, we have the tools and inspiration that you need to take your life to the next level. So stay tuned for more game-changing advice in our upcoming episodes. And hey, before you go, a quick reminder to check out our past episodes of Your Success DNA for more inspiring stories and practical advice. And if you've loved what you heard, leave us a review and share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. Let's all level up our lives together, shall we? Remember, your success is in your DNA.